Well, cheers and how do you do, buckaroos? I usually put my overshirt on so you're not looking at my armpits, but it's hot over here in this corner. Let's screw it. Anyways, Tom the Beer Whisperer, Whiskey Whisperer, for the purposes of this video, and how the heck are you? Make sure my privacy editing settings are set correctly here. And I think we're in business. All righty then. How the heck are you? Once more, one more time with feeling. I am Dr. Beer and Whiskey Whisperer. For the purposes of this video, anyway, I want to start with a cocktail. I want to get a cocktail cold, and I am going to have some beer with you this time. I got it ready to go, but I want to have one cocktail with you. I wanted to experiment a little bit. I picked up some herbs at a tea shop in Liberty, Missouri, to kind of experiment with a few different simple syrups. In this particular simple syrup, I've used hibiscus and orange peel. So it's hibiscus, orange peel, simple syrup, using a candy orange peel garnish. You'll look at the cocktail, you might say, well, what cocktail is that, Tom? uh, well, that wasn't smart, Tom. What cocktail is that? Well, it's actually an old fashioned. I don't like a lot of ice in my drink, so I prefer a straight up old fashioned. I know most people like it on the rocks. So what I got in here is 2 ounces. I wanted to use this whiskey. So West Bottoms. I'd planned on getting to the distillery on Thursday, but we kind of changed our Thursday plans to do less driving. This is a 94 proof Kansas City whiskey. Well, what's a Kansas City whiskey, you might ask? Well, you might. What's a Kansas City whiskey? Well, Kansas City whiskey, in this particular case, it is a blend of bourbon rye and adding a touch of Oloroso sherry. It was kind of uh, uh, a prohibition kind of recipe. So I used 2 ounces of the whiskey. I used 1 ounce of the simple syrup, a few dashes of rhubarb bitters, and again that candied orange peel garnish, as you can see here. I think I got a little bit left. See if I get the rest of this in that glass now. So I can get it up without spilling like I just did a minute ago. So I can pick it up to show you here. I think it was a kind of a, I guess that's a pink, maybe. I don't know what color you call that. Gives it a little pigment. Yeah, I want to try this. So while we were gone, I made a lavender orange, but I wanted to try that hibiscus because I thought it would work with this particular cocktail, especially with the candied orange and the rhubarb bitters. I thought, oh, I'm going to try this combination now. It's actually rather tasty. Be a great Barbie cocktail. Nice. I know there's some men out there that are afraid to drink a pink drink, thinks it makes them look weak or fragile. No, refusing to drink a pink drink is what makes you look weak and fragile, because you're oozing toxic masculinity. Anyway, which is kind of a misnomer, to be honest with you, because those folks that are oozing toxic masculinity aren't masculine at all. They just think they are. Uh, oh, mercy. Because if you're afraid of a strong or intelligent woman, you're a very weak man. So there you go. That's my thoughts on that matter. Anyway, yeah, I made this video what I did for a reason. I wanted to talk about a few things. Yeah, those of you that know me know, our situation. My wife and I lost our son Seamus to cancer when he was 14, April 23rd of 2013. Yesterday, August 11th, would have been his 25th birthday. So every year we try to find a different way to cope, get by, move forward. So this time we just decided to get away from it all and just be gone for a minute. Yeah, we just felt the need. Hold on, I've got to double check something here. Something just came up I thought was rather weird. Came up to start the video that I've already started, and I'm not sure what that means. I'm not sure what the hell that means, man. Bear with me a second when I try to check something here. Oh, says I'm live. I don't know why it popped up that other. Why it popped up the other reminder when I'm already live. I don't get it, man. I don't get it, man. Going. Make sure we're still going. Let me double check. Yeah. Oh, mercy. Mercy me. Oh, there we go. Yeah. I guess we're going. Beats me. I'm not sure why it was doing that, but anyways, I'll just keep going, I guess. I'll just keep going. We'll just see what happens from here, man. Anyway, so yeah, I decided just to do a straight up cocktail. I don't like having a lot of ice in my drink. I want it cold, but so I do a straight up cocktail. So it looks more like a Manhattan, but I'm using simple syrup, so it is not. I do like this glass for Manhattan, though. It's one my wife found at a thrift store. It's nice, kind of old school kind of glass. I do want to get through this cocktail though because, well, I don't want my beer to get warm. Yeah. So let me show you what I've got here as far as the beer is concerned, though. Ran out of room to put stuff. Got stuff piled everywhere. So we went to Weston, Missouri. So I found some beer from Weston Brewing Company. This one that I haven't had. I've been able to find it for a long time. I really liked it, but it's probably been about a decade since I had it. The last time I bought it, it came in 16-ounce cans. Now it's in 12-ounce cans. A Royal Lager, American Domestic Lager. I believe it's at about 5%. Doesn't say on the can. I'm gonna knock this cocktail back so I can get to that beer. Use my classic tavern style Pilsner glass here. Oh, that pours beautifully. Look at that. Look how beautiful that pours. There we go. That sits up there nice. It does say American style lager, which leaves you to believe that there could be an adjunct in there, possibly rice and or corn. I will tell you that a lot of adjunct lagers won't pour that brilliantly, though. That is gorgeous. I do believe it used some corn, if I remember right. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Very clean American style lager. If you have any questions or comments, please put up on the screen. If you would like to be part of the video, let me know and I'll send you a link via Messenger. You can join me and we can have a conversation. Royal Lager. Let me show you the can here. I didn't think they made it anymore because I haven't seen it in the stores. I've seen some of the other beers in stores, but I haven't seen this one in quite some time. So I was kind of surprised when I saw it there at the brewery. You won't believe what the beer costs at the brewery. If you buy a case, of beer, it's $25. Yeah, 25 for a case. I added a 4-pack of their barrel aged Bock, and it was only $7 more. $25. Yeah, think about that for a second. When we think about what craft beer costs us these days, I bought a case of beer for $25. I mean, they're not big beers by any means, but I mean, they're certainly worth that. The second beer I'm going to have with you is one I first had. I don't know, maybe 2 decades ago. Seems like a long time. O'Malley's Cream Ale. I used to like this beer quite a lot. Of course, that's before beer styles became, what they are now, where things just kind of got crazy. Back when you just loved basic classic beer styles. And I haven't had it in a long time, so I'm kind of curious what my thoughts are on it now. I will tell you, though, that my recollection of this beer is spot on. I bought a 4-pack at the Macadoodles in Joplin, and I'm guessing that was probably every bit of a decade ago, if not more than that. And it came in a 4-pack of 16-ounce cans at the time. I got it back to Springfield, and I think, oh my Lord, that's a tasty beer. Yeah, you get that sucker good and cold. Oh, it is that perfect, that hot weather beer. And I'm tasting the exact same thing that I remember from all of those years ago. If I had to guess, I would say there's some flake corn in here. But it finishes a lot cleaner than, say, the American Macro counterparts. Let's say that. You don't get that sickening, sweet, corn syrup kind of vibe. Ah. Oh, mercy. Man, that is good. It really is good. That's a good beer. Wow. That's a pounder, baby. Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to get into it a little sooner. I had it cold, but again, a beer like this, you don't want to get very warm. So I do want to knock her back rather quickly. Make some room here. Put stuff. So I grabbed that second beer from O'Malley's. Where's my glass? There we go. Using just a standard mug for the cream ale. This one clocked in at 5%, I believe. They don't mention it on the can or the website, which irritates me a little bit because I like information, man. But if recollection serves, let me show you how beautiful that pours as well. Almost the same. Nice color for a cream ale. Cream ales typically do use a little bit of corn as per style. It's bleeding deadly. Trust us, that is a good thing. It's bleeding deadly. Trust us, that's a good thing. You show you the can there. O'Malley's. O'Malley's Cream Ale, Irish style. Haven't had this one for a while. Nose is nice. Oh, let's be honest, though, right? Let's just be honest. Can I be honest? Let's be honest. Can I be honest with you? Let's be honest. A cream ale isn't a beer that you really care what the nose is, right? You're not checking the nose on a cream ale. You're drinking a cream ale because you're thirsty and it's hot. You're not pretentious. You're not an ass hat. You just want a nice cold beer that's going to taste good. That's why you're opening a cream ale. And I digress. Bring it back a notch, Tom. Take it easy. You're going to stroke out, buddy. Take it easy. Anyway, I digress. I kid myself. Oh, mercy. So while I am enjoying this particular cream ale, get rid of this can, move stuff around here, trying to make some room. Get my Glencairn back out here. Grab my shot glass. Sorry about making you look at my hairy arm there for a sec. I didn't think that one through. I'm going to pour something here if I can find where I put it. Got everything. Oh, there it is. So I'm going to pour myself just a small pour because it's big, man. In fact, I'm going to go just a hair shy of an ounce here. I'm not going to go even a full pour in a shot glass. Although I'm relatively certain, it doesn't say, relatively certain this is an ounce and a quarter glass, but from where it pours in the Glencairn. So, but if I poured it, it's a little short, so I only want to share an ounce with you of another Western product. While I'm having the Western beer, I want to have another Western product with you. Holiday Distillery Soft Red Wheat Rick House Proof Missouri Straight Bourbon Whiskey. This one comes in at 119 proof. So yeah, I mean, look, if you want to add a little water to it, there's certainly nothing wrong with that. But however, although I will probably try this once in a cocktail because I'm curious. I'm always curious. This really, even at this proof, this is a neat drinking whiskey. And when I say add some water to it, if you've got a 1 ounce pour, I would maybe do a quarter to a half capful of bottled water, if that. No more than a half a capful. Just enough to really open that nose up. Because again, we're at a barrel proof here. I got to tell you, cream ale. So cream ale, you think cream ale, you think the classic, the classic Jenny cream ale. And I don't know if that's changed over the years, but or just your taste buds changed over the years, right? My last recollection of that beer was rather unpleasant. Oh, this is hard to drink. How do people drink this thing? Um, I got to tell you, this is not that. This again. This is Irish style cream ale. Again, it's got some body. Again, it's got some color to the beer, right? It's almost a light amber there. Now, the cream ale typically does add a little bit of corn as per style. It's how you add the corn that makes a difference. Some will use flake corn, which is a nice product, but some will try to cut costs and use corn syrup, and that kind of changes the game a little bit. With these guys got going here, I mean, yeah, they're not trying to reinvent the wheel, but it's a nice, easy drinking beer. That's just beautiful. Yes, you're beautiful, babe. Don't ever change. You're beautiful, babe. Don't ever change. We wanted to really do more in Weston while we were there yesterday, to be honest with you. We just did. We were just so tired. We're so tired. We got there. We hit a couple shops. We had 3 shops. We got some lunch. So I think that's what ruined it, right? Is the lunch. No, not that the lunch wasn't great. I mean, it was. The lunch was outstanding, but we were hungry, so we got somewhere and ate. But after we ate, we were okay. Now we're done. We were both so full and miserable. We even split a sandwich, to be honest with you. We split a Reuben at a place called Green Dirt Farm. And after that, we were so full that we didn't want to do anything after that. But we couldn't check into our room yet. It's only like 1 o'clock. So we had to kill some time. And anyway, everything just kind of spiraled out of control after that. So by the time we got back to our room, about 4:30, got everything in. It was close to 5. Should we go back downtown to get something to eat? Look through some more shops because that sounded good, but it sounded like it took a lot of energy. Sounded like it was gonna be a little bit of work, man. So we just stayed home, or stayed at the room. It was a nice room. It really was. Kind of an old world kind of feel to it, called La Petite Maison, a little French kind of thing. It was nice. Again, very old school, a lot of dark, dark paneling kind of thing. But it was just nice, very endearing. Very quirky, a lot like me. Maybe that's why I like it. Very quirky, man, just like you, Tom. Anyways, I digress. Oh, I do remember liking this cream ale. But as I'm drinking it now, because like I said, I didn't really have a clear recollection of the flavor profile. It is enjoyable. Again, it's a cream ale. They're not trying to reinvent the wheel here, but it is certainly a notch above what many of you think a cream ale is. Holiday Distilling, I do recommend going there. I didn't have a cocktail there because, well, it wasn't that we were in a hurry. I just wanted to grab a couple of bottles to go because I knew I was spending a lot of money anyway, and I couldn't justify the price of the cocktail in my mind because my wife wasn't drinking there. So I said, well, she's got to wait on me, so I'm just going to get a couple of bottles and go. I'll make my cocktails at home. So here's the thing, though. Let me backtrack that a touch. Yeah, no, the cocktails on the menu there aren't cheap, but they're not any more expensive than gourmet cocktails anywhere else. So I've certainly spent $15 to $20 for a good Manhattan anywhere else. So they weren't necessarily at a line. I just wanted, I didn't want to have my wife wait on me that long where I sat and drank and drank a cocktail, knowing I wanted to buy these 2 bottles of whiskey. And I bought a glass. I mean, I was already spending a lot of money. I felt like I was, yeah. Well, I'm just going to get my whiskey and hope my wife isn't too upset with it. I don't know if you're watching my face at all, but I'm making absolutely nothing. No face whatsoever. This stuff is absolutely brilliant, even at this proof. Oh, God almighty. So this is soft red wheat. I also bought the regular bourbon. Um, this is bourbon, by the way, because it does say Missouri straight bourbon whiskey. It's just a wheated bourbon, while the other one is not. So want to make that clear. But I bought both because I love both products. I will tell you though, I didn't expect this Rick House version to feel this sweet because the bottle that bought does. It's very sweet. But I thought at this proof, it's going to balance it out a little bit more. But no, it's really sweet up front. It really is. So for me, I get more toffee than caramel like notes. Soft red wheat. So wheated bourbon tends to be a little softer on the mouthfeel than traditional bourbon that uses rye as a secondary. The problem for me, anyway, with a lot of wheated bourbons is that again they tend to be very sweet. But I think that's why they are so popular. Is a lot of folks like that big sweetness. That's why rye was used initially as a secondary grain to the corn because, well, corn is sweet. The rye, the spice of the rye balances that out. You're adding wheat, it doesn't balance that sweetness out. It actually adds to the sweetness. However, here's the however. What that red wheat does, it just softens the body. So you get this nice, very silky, smooth whiskey, which again is another reason why they're so popular, is because it's a little sweet and it's just so pleasant to drink. At this proof, I'm going to have to try it at least once in a cocktail. However, yeah, it really is a whiskey you need to drink wheat to really appreciate it all the way through. But I will do it at least once in a cocktail. I'm thinking of it as I'm putting some stuff together as we. Anyways, let me set that down for a second. Pick up this. Wow, this stuff is gorgeous. It really is. I mean, it takes, in my opinion, now it takes cream ale to a whole other level. It does. It's got a little bit more body, a little bit more texture than that other one that I mentioned earlier. It doesn't have that really sickeningly sweet corn taste that that one has, or that metallic taste that that one has. It's just a nicely done beer. So anyway, I am Tom the Whiskey Whisperer, Whiskey Evangelist, full of whiskey drinker, purveyor, wisdom man. Hey, man, I'm also Tom the Beer Whisperer. Beer Evangelist, I was going to do a little bit more with you, but I am full. My belly's full. We've talked for a long time, so well, this is a good time to shut this down. I am Tom the Beer Whisperer, Beer Evangelist, prolific beer drinker, purveyor with the man. Mm. Man, that really is nice beer. Wow. Again, like I said, they're not trying to reinvent the wheel here. You know, it's not. It might not be a beer that knocks the socks off a lot of you, but it is a beer that is done well. Just want to have a nice beer at a time where it's hot outside, you're relaxing, and you don't need to necessarily wax philosophic about every every note on the nose or every drink. This is the beer for you. One last time, I am on the Beer Whisperer, beer fan, beer drinker, purveyor was a man. All around good guy. Thanks for tuning in, folks. I appreciate you.